Hello, welcome to another edition of Copper Comparison Picks. I'm Ranj, and today I will be giving you the picks for the Belarus Premier Vysshaya Liga soccer matches for match day 20. These matches are both for Friday, July 31st. Okay, so quickly before we get into that, round 19 last weekend. For the whole weekend, I went not bad. I went 5-3. I had a start now. I had a horrible Friday because I lost both matches. I ended up Brest, Slavia. They tied 3-3. I had picked Slavia. Then Vitebsk and Slutsk. Vitebsk beat them 2-0. I had Slutsk plus a half. Then Saturday, I did perfect. Saturday, I went 3-0. Won the parlay, won everything. I beat Dinamo Brest 2-1. Dinamo Minsk beat Gordea 1-0. And Vysshaya lost to Leningrad 0-1. Perfect day. Then the recap, time check, was on Sunday. And Sunday was... it started out great. Sunday, I went 2-1. I won the first game, 9 o'clock, Energetic. They got beat by Torpedo, as predicted. They lost 1-4. Won that one. Then Bait stomped FC Minsk 6-0. Won that one easily. And finally, Shakhtyor, Soligorsk, with Yasser Yakshiboyev. They beat Vysshaya 4-0. And that dang JD in the chat at the Belarus Football Federation, he's all quiet when I'm winning, when I'm doing fine, but as soon as I lose, hey Capper, where are you, Capper? Well, I'm obviously turning the game off, dumbass. But anyway, whatever, that's stupid. Just stupid chat room drama, because I watch all these games streaming if I can through the Belarus Football Federation, and so you see the same people in the chat. There's like a guy named Luke Belgium. There's Brett Huntley, I think his name is, and he's the best because he puts all the stats for all the Belarus games up to the minute. Like halftime, he'll throw out all the halftime stats of what happened. Great, good on you, Brett Huntley. I'm glad you do that. I appreciate it for real. And the stats are awesome. He'll like throw out referee stats. Like this is the first time this ref has, done this game. Whatever. Anyway, it's fun in the chat room. But there's this dude named JD. I'll mention his name. And I know he's watching, even though he says he doesn't. I know you're watching, JD, and that's fine. If I'm not perfect, like I said, and if I lose, call me out on it. But I'm a sore loser, so I probably won't answer you if I'm losing. But if I win, you'll definitely hear from me. But isn't that how it goes across the board? It's fixed if you lose, and you don't see, But if you win, you can jab your jaw. That's just how it flows. So anyway, let's get into these matches for tomorrow, Friday, July 31st. We have, at 11:30 tomorrow, we have Slutsk, number 12 on the table with a record of 6 wins, 3 draws, 9 losses. In their last 5, they are 1 win, 0 draws, and 4 losses. Bump, bump, bump. That's why they're a huge underdog against who? Shakhtyor Soligorsk, the debatably number 1 or number 2. Depending on which table you look at. If you look at like transfer market, they have Shakhtyor's number 1 because goal differential. But if you look at it on Soccer Way, they have Bait as number 1. So Shakhtyor 1, 2. I guess it's up to you. They have the same points at 37 for the table. Okay. They're tied. So anyway, Shakhtyor, you all right? All right. They're 10 wins, 7 draws, and only 2 losses. Big favorite at minus 385. Now, their last 5, they are perfect. Well, they had a couple draws, but they're 3 wins, 2 draws, 0 losses. Now the spread is a goal and a half. You can buy a goal and a half for Slutsk, and it'll drop that plus 850 down to a minus 107. You can. What are you doing? Shakhtyor, if you think they're good enough to beat Slutsk, buy a goal and a half like they did 2.5 against Vysshaya last week. Lesson learned. Then it drops that minus 385 to a reasonable minus 123. The draw is set at plus 400 if you think it's going to draw. Unlikely. Okay? The last match for Slutsk was a loss at Vitebsk, and that was 2-0. The last match for Shakhtyor was a win versus, like I said, my marker's dying. Vysshaya, and Vysshaya, they lost, horrible marker, 4-0. I guess they had a whole bunch of young kids playing on, I don't know, from the chat, I guess, and it seemed like it. They didn't have anybody. Their best player had 3 goals on the season. That I forgot, it's Dusan something, I forgot, whatever. But anyway, Vysshaya, they got killed by Shakhtyor. Yakshiboyev, he scored twice in the second half because I ran my mouth. At halftime, they were only down 0-1, so I still had the bet in the bag because I took them plus 2.5. I'm like, you know, and head-to-head prior, Smovici and Shakhtyor, it stayed under 2.5. The prior head-to-heads, like 4 head-to-head matches. So I was like, chances are. But after halftime, Yakshiboyev, he made it look easy. Around 65 minutes, he scored. And then right after that, like at 68 minutes or I don't know, something like that, like a minute after that or something, he scored again. And during halftime, I was going to go, oh, Yakshi, because there's so many Yakshiboyev fans in there. But that was like, oh, Yakshiboyev equals overrated. I was talking all smack. Whatever. I don't care. And yeah, he came back and scored two and made it look easy. And that's when I turned the game off. Because I'm a sore loser. But whatever. Okay, head to head. Let's see. We have back in April 15th. You notice I'm writing small because they got a lot of crap to put on here. 1-0 they won, and then August 19th, 0-5, crushed them. But the most recent was a victory for Slutsk, and that was just this past April 17th, 20. Slutsk beat them 1-2. Okay, now the talent to look for, the player to look for on Slutsk is Artem Sergiuk. He's been on the board before. He leads the team with 5 goals. He's number 9, and his market value is $385,000. Artem Sergiuk. Okay, this is going to be the challenge because now I got to put 3 people. They have 3 people. Shakhtyor's got 3 people on the top scorers of the league, top 15. So, of course, they have Yakshiboyev. And with those 2 scores, he scored last week. He is at 12, leading the league. He got his old number back. He had to play 1 week with number 22 for some reason, but now he's back to number 7. Get your way, and he's starting again. The first week he sat bench behind Lisa Kovic, who was also up here. But Yakshiboyev makes 606, or market value is 660K. Best player in the league, I guess. I like Geekum Kadamayan, but anyway. Next we have Vitaly Lisakovic. Lisakovic is second in the league for leading scorers with 9. And he is number 88. 88 is great. And his market value is 880,000. And finally, down in the lower, I think he's like number 9, we have Dmitry Podstrelov. Podstrelov has 6 scores on the season. He's number 19, and 440K is his market value. So there you go, 3 stars, 3 people, all on the top 15 for Shakhtyor, Soligorsk. So lesson learned last week. This week I am taking Shakhtyor to cover the goal and a half. Got it going there. There's no place to write. I'll write it right by Yakshiboyev. Ranj, right there. Okay, so yeah, take Shakhtyor to cover that goal and a half over Slutsk, who is going the opposite way on the table. You know, I'll get the final score being both teams to score. I think Slutsk will score 1 at home, 1-3. We're gonna say. If you want to look at the displayed scores, we have under, over, under, over, 3 overs, 2 unders, so it's kind of a coin flip, but there you go. I'm going with the 1-3. That'll put it over the 2.5. Okay, moving on. At 1:30 tomorrow, we've got Dinamo Brest. That is the Blue and White Devils, I think. Yeah. Dynamo Minsk is Blue White Will. Dynamo Brest, Blue White Devils. And Brest comes in with a record of 8 wins, 2 draws, 7 losses. They're the favorite, surprisingly, because they're ranked 18. Is that right? That can't be right. Dynamo Brest is not ranked 18. That can't be. Let me just double check here, because I did print the soccer way at work. Hey, there's not even an 18. There's not 18 teams. I was looking at Vysshaya. Dynamo Brest number 8. That's what I thought. Dynamo Brest number 8 on the season. On the table are taking on Vitebsk, number 7 on the table. Dynamo Brest is at home, and they are the favorite at -148. Vitebsk comes into this game with a record of 7 wins, 8 draws, and 4 losses. Interesting. Big underdog at +340. These stats are all from my bookie because for some reason Bovada, 5 Dimes, and Bet Online didn't have the spreads. They only had the money line. Actually, 5 Dimes and Bet Online didn't even have that. Bovada had just money line, and you know, you can open it up and have both teams score and all the little, you know, smaller, the prop bet kind of pick the score, whatever. But yeah, they didn't have the spreads for some reason, but my bookie did. I can't play my bookie because it's out of New Jersey and there's something with the laws. But anyway, these odds are from my bookie, okay? And my bookie has Brest as the favorite -148. Their last 5, they are 2 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. Now, if you think they're good enough to cover a goal over Vitebsk, it'll bring it up to a +110. Vitebsk, 7-8-4. Like I said, they're the heavy underdog at +340. Their last 5, 2 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. You can buy a goal. It's going to make that beautiful 340 into a minus 147. You're paying a little too much juice for me, but that might be the ticket to win. Okay, let's take a look. The last match for Dinamo Brest, they're coming off a loss at Slutsk, and that was 2-0. Vitebsk is coming off that win versus Slutsk. Yep, 2-0. Okay, head to head, we have, I see, June 6th of 2019, or I'm sorry, July 6th, 2019, 0-1. And then, November, I can write, I have plenty of room here. These guys don't have, they got one person. November 24th, 1-0. Vitebsk won the most recent match though. They won in April 18th of 20. They won 1-0. Okay, that was the last match head to head between the teams. Over under set at 2.5. Well, on my bookie, 2 3/4. What's the difference? Can you get half a goal? Really? Why you gotta be funny like that? Anyway, so we got under. They're all under. All the displayed. Like the last 2 matches they both played, both went under. And their last 3 head-to-head matches all went under. So whatever it is, whatever I'm gonna decide the goal or the score, final score, I'm gonna make it go under. Okay, the player to look for Dinamo Brest, we have Denis Laptev. Denny Laptev. He's all right. He's got 6 scores, 6 goals on the season. He's number 51. He's nice market value of market value 825K for Denis Laptev of Dinamo Brest, their star. For Vitebsk, Ion Nicolescu, the Moldovan. Nicolescu. There's a thing over the A, and I think, I don't know, the U or something. Ion Nicolescu, he's got 9 scores, so he's tied with Lisakovic for 2nd place in the whole league. Right here they are too. Yep. Then it goes Yakshiboyev with 12, Lisakovic with 9, Nicolescu with 9, then Gigan Kadamine with 8, then Pavel Nakajchuk with 8, so on and so forth. Nicolescu is number 98, and his market value is $275,000 for Ion Nicolescu. So there's that. I am taking the upset in this game. I'm taking Vitebsk. I'm going to take them straight up on the money line. I just think their arrow is pointing upward. They're playing a lot better soccer recently. And Dinamo Brest coming off a loss against not an impressive ILOC team. I'm not taking anything away from them, but I am. They're just I think Vitebsk. This odds here are a little sway. I know the bookmakers are smarter than I am, and there might be something because they're playing at home and they're a political team, meaning they're very right wing, politically based. So there's talk about fixing in the Belarus league, like game fixing with the mafia, and then refs being paid or whatnot. If that's the case, I hope they're getting paid by Vitebsk, which is unlikely because Dinamo Brest makes a lot more money than Vitebsk. But anyway, team-wise, I think Vitebsk is better. I think Ion Nicolescu is gonna game prop or player prop. I think pick him for anytime score. Like I said, I'm gonna keep it under. I think it's gonna be 0 to 2. 0 to 2. That's gonna stay under for Vitebsk. So there you have it. Let's recap. Time check. We've got Shakhtyor, Soligorsk. Can't stand them. I got them beat in Slutsk and covering that 1.5 goals. I got the final score being 1-3. Then I have Vitebsk upsetting Dinamo Brest, blanking them. I think the final score is going to be 0 to 2. There you have it. I appreciate you watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, do that. Hit the bell because I'm always making videos. Actually, after this, I should tonight make the UFC video for this weekend, but I think I'm going to probably do it tomorrow. Only because I'm a little tired and I got other things to do. But anyway, hit that bell because I got videos coming all the time. Thanks for watching. Good luck with these bets, and I will see you next episode.